If you're thinking about hiring a realtor to sell your home in the near future, then you need to check out this video. I'm going to go over the 6 proven questions to make sure that you hire the right agent for the job. My name is Jeff McLennan. I have been selling real estate since 2006. And before that, I grew up with a top producing agent as my dad. Over the years, I have met more realtors than I can count. I have met some amazing agents, and I have met some terrible agents. And I want to make sure that you find the right one. If you like this content, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you want to make sure that you're kept up to date on all the latest information about the real estate market. Imagine that your home is your largest asset and you're getting ready to sell it. And what is at stake here is if you hire a great agent, not only is the experience going to be a good one, but you are going to put the most dollars in your pocket at the end of the day. And if you hire some schmuck, the worst part is that you're not even gonna know if you left tens of thousands of dollars on the table. So I'm gonna go over the 6 proven questions to help make sure that you get it right the first time. Look, don't even worry about all that. All you gotta do is ask yourself, can you trust me? And I mean, look at this face, you can trust me. So sign on the dotted line, always be closing. The first question that everybody asks when they're hiring an agent is, how much is my home worth? And this is a good question. I'm not going to condemn it, but I want you to be careful about what you're looking for in your answer. If you're interviewing more than one agent, most realtors know that the agent who says the highest price is the one that's most likely going to get the job. In the industry, we call this buying the listing. What you want to look for in the agent's question is, what is their thought process? Remember in math class in high school when you always had to show your work? You want to see, where did this number come from? Because if the agent is counting on getting it at a price that's too high and then 2 months later reducing the price to something that they can sell it at, you are better off to know sooner rather than later. Question number 2 that you want to ask is, what are you going to do to sell my home? Now, the 2 most important parts of selling your home, in my opinion, are getting the price right and presentation. And presentation has 2 parts. There's the presentation that the home shows in, and we're going to get into how an agent can help you with that later in the questions. But there's also the presentation of, how does the agent make sure that your home gets noticed outside of all the other ones? For getting your listing sold, the most important component is the photos. Most people won't even read a listing if the photos are bad. You want to look at the agents that you're interviewing, pull up some of their past listings. Do they look like the photos were taken with a cell phone? Because if they are, that's not doing you any favors. Also, what other marketing materials do they provide? Do they have floor plans? Do they do videos? Do they run ads? An agent's job is to get as many eyeballs on your listing as possible, because the more people that see the listing, the more people are going to come to the home, which is going to equal more dollars in your pocket and a faster sale. None of that matters. The market is so good, you stick your sign in the lawn, the calls start ringing in, these babies sell themselves. Next up, a very important question. What is your commission? The Competition Bureau in Canada will not let me use words like standard. There is no standard commission, but you should have a good idea of how the commission that the agent is charging compares to what most other agents are doing. If they're charging significantly more, are they going to be doing significantly more? And vice versa. If they're charging significantly less, what does that mean as far as loss of service? A really important question isn't just what is the total commission charged, it's how do you split it with the other agent. In every city in North America that I know of, the buyer's agent's commission is actually paid for by the seller. You want to know if the agent you've hired is taking a large percentage of that commission, or how they're going to split it with the agents who represent the buyer to help incentivize them to sell. The 4th question you should ask the agent is, how long do you expect it to take to sell my home? I'm a stats geek. If you ask me what's going on in New Westminster, I'm going to be able to tell you the average days on market. I'm going to be able to talk to you about what percentage most buyers negotiate off the home. And I'm going to be able to talk to you about what percentage of the total sales sell each month. Not every agent is a stats geek, and you may or may not care about that. But what I think every seller should care about is how long does it take on average to sell? Follow-up question should be, compared to the average, what do your stats look like? Earlier I talked about presentation, and question 5 has a lot to do with that. What should I do to get my home ready to sell? There are a lot of little tricks you can do that will make your home show way better than if you just started showing the home today. Buying a home is an emotional process. Most buyers will tell you that they buy intellectually, but in reality, they buy emotionally. The majority of buyers decide whether they like your home within the first 3 seconds of being there, and then they just spend the rest of the time justifying their initial impression. There are a lot of little tricks you can do to help make sure that the buyer's first impression is a good one. So ask your realtor what they can do to help you plan how to maximize the showing potential. And if you haven't talked to a realtor yet, but you just want to get started, I actually have a great checklist for this. Now, you're going to look at it, you're going to be totally overwhelmed. Nobody finishes the whole thing, but the more of this you can do, the better. I'm going to put a link below. Send me a message and I will be happy to email you this checklist. It is a great starting place. And finally, number 6, and that is to ask for references. For a lot of agents, you're not going to have to ask for references. A lot of them will have online reviews, so you can actually go through this question before you ever sit down with them. If you're getting a referral though, ask the person who's referring you, what is it that you liked about them? And the follow-up question, was there anything they did that didn't work for you? I would make sure that the way that the agent that you're hiring communicates matches up with you, because even if they're a great agent, if they're not a good fit for you, then it's gonna be a miserable process. References, like from my boss, I'm a realtor. I don't have a boss. I am the boss. Thanks for checking it out. I would love to know in the comments below, what do you think is the most important question to ask a realtor when you're hiring them to sell your home? Good luck hiring your new agent. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit that like button, hit subscribe to stay in the loop. I provide a ton of real estate related content here. And if you have any questions about what's going on in real estate, feel free to post below. I will get back to you. Thanks.